Hey, what's up? It's Joe. Welcome to my 5 Minute Friday for Friday the 13th. It's a spooky day. So I hope you have a nice Friday 13th. Whatever you're doing, I am currently sitting in my hotel in Bangalore, India, just coming off of a really awesome conference called DEWCon, the Data Engineering Weekly Conference put on by Anant Palkadiri and Ashwin and Christie. So anyway, it's a fantastic conference. Bangalore turns out is like the epicenter of all software and data engineering. I think Anant put it to me that you could basically throw a stone and you'll either hit a rock or a software engineer, and I definitely think that's true. I had heard that Bangalore was a very big population for tech. I had no idea, but anyway, it was very cool. The event was a community event focused on data engineering, so had a lot of great Indian speakers as well as a couple Americans. Korean Wallach and myself gave some talks, and I gotta say, I really like these community events that aren't vendor driven and really focus on providing guidance, providing leadership for data engineers. I really feel like even in the States, there's not really the like guidance from a high level in terms of best practices, guidance for career advice and so forth. I mean, I might do my part with the book I wrote with Matt Housley, Fundamentals of Data Engineering, but even then, I feel like we're just one opinion about how that should work. I'm not saying we have the authority of um, you know the final say in data engineering. We definitely have a voice in that, but I really think that in data engineering, what I'm hoping to see is a lot more consolidation of ideas, best practices, mentorship, education, and so forth. The questions I get from people that I speak with in Bangalore are very similar to the questions I get all over the world. I'm dealing with problem X, Y, or Z. Maybe that's infrastructure. Maybe that's the business doesn't get what I do. Those types of questions. Architecture design, data modeling is a big one, and it really feels like every company is at a cold start with data engineering. And so, what I would definitely like to see is, maybe more conferences, more discussion, around not just tools, but, this is stuff I've been beating into the ground right now, but just, hey, what are the best ways to use tools? What are the best techniques for solving problems? I think if we can really come together as a data engineering community, as a data engineering practice, really, I just really feel like that's going to help move the needle in terms of the success as practitioners and helping move the needle for the businesses in which we work. So I'm especially hopeful for Bangalore. I feel like this was, from what I heard, this might have been one of the first, if not the first, data engineering community level event, and I was definitely glad to be a part of it. And I feel like this is just the beginning in places like Bangalore, which is sort of the manufacturing hub of software for the world, right? I think there's pound for pound more engineers here, whether you're talking software or data, than anywhere else in the world. But even then, and a lot of these engineers, they work at huge companies, companies will know of, and it just feels like even with a huge population here, they getting together, talking about the craft. It's just one of those things. I from what I heard, at least, it's not really happening. And so, what I would like, people listening to this to take away is, maybe get involved in your local community, no matter where that is. It might be in, a small city or a small town. It might be involved, in a bigger city, and, like Bangalore or New York City or San Francisco, whatever. But, really, find other data engineers and work with them, understand what they're doing. And, I would, fully support coming up with, more consolidation again of practices and really hammering out like what it is we're trying to do as a craft and as a profession, right? Data engineering is a fairly new profession, but I feel like it's a profession nonetheless. There's a lot of us, but I think it behooves us to come together and again work on our practices, work on our craft, and really help each other out. I think at a more macro level, because again, every company is dealing with basically the same problems. Nobody seems to have anyone else to talk to, and hopefully that changes. So anyway, that's my rant for this Friday. Anyway, I hope you have a good weekend. I am off to was it Dubai on Monday, so I'm just gonna be hanging out here in Bangalore over the weekend and I guess exploring this incredibly huge city. So anyway, we'll see you on the flip side. Take care. Bye.